What's good with it, y'all? What's good with it, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Good morning, good afternoon. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And today, we're going to have an open discussion today, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a while since we had a good old open discussion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying, is welcome. You know what I'm saying? All I ask is please, please, please leave the bullshit, you know what I'm saying, on y'all side. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some real shit, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to have to, you know what I'm saying, convert back to my old ways when we talking about something, you know what I'm saying, serious with some content. You know what I'm saying? All is welcome, you know what I'm saying? Because it's an open discussion, you know what I'm saying? And all that good stuff. Hope everybody been protecting their energy and all that good stuff. And we're gonna jump right into this situation now. There was a situation, you know what I'm saying, that occurred a few days ago. Mama Bev, much love. Thanks for all the support and love. Now, there was a situation, an incident a few days ago in Austin, Texas, if I'm not mistaken, where a young man, a young black man, had gotten to, you know what I'm saying, a scuffle with his fellow comrade, his fellow student comrade, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call it. And it ended up, unfortunately, with him, you know what I'm saying, killing and stabbing, you know what I'm saying, the other student. Several witnesses, you know what I'm saying, stated that the boy had been being bullied for a while and all this good stuff. So we're here to talk about today whether or not, you know what I'm saying, you feel like it was self defense. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, from what I've been hearing and different things, you know what I'm saying, far as witnesses and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I can tell both of them boys, the boy that died and the twin brother, you can tell they assholes. You can tell they assholes and like to bully people. You can just tell just by looking at them. They give off uh you know what I'm saying? They give off, you know what I'm saying? And before I say what I'm about to say, no, I'm not racist. You know what I'm saying? I got a white YouTube mom, and I also got, you know what I'm saying, a white godmama in real life. So I'm by far not racist or anything like that. But if we're going to be real, we're going to be real. Now, you can tell, again, just by looking at the two boys or whatever, that them boys is assholes, and you can tell they like to bully people. You know what I'm saying? And from what, you know what I'm saying, I've been hearing, you know what I'm saying, they had been bullying, you know what I'm saying, Carmelo for a while. You know what I'm saying? People want to say, oh, it's premeditated and all this other shit. But how's it premeditated if they both at a school event, track event? And for all the people that keep on saying he went there in the tent to start shit, no. He got permission from a coach, which is considered a fucking authority, right? Because that's the first thing y'all spewing out your mouth. Oh, there's better ways to deal with a bully. Tell authorities. And I want to talk about that for a little bit too. Um, let's talk about bullying and telling so-called authorities, right? Now, the so-called authorities and adults, they gonna, let's be honest and real. And I done seen this shit happen too many times, you know what I'm saying? I experienced this shit myself, and I've seen it more and more every day. I'd have been out of school a good, you know what I'm saying, 12 years now, and I still see some of the same shit that I was going through when I was in school to this day. But most adults and things like that, especially in these motherfucking schools nowadays, no matter if you got receipts to back up what you're talking about, most of the time and majority of the time, they sweep the shit under the rug and oftentimes try to make it like it's your child fault. Like, we're just gonna be real and honest. And they don't really take the shit seriously until a child commits suicide from bullying, or B, a situation like this where a kid is being pushed, you know what I'm saying, past his limit far as bullying. He felt like he had to take a knife to protect himself. Now I'm gonna be honest and clear. I used to get bullied and things and jumped and all type of shit. I took a box cutter and a knife to school with me myself. a couple times. I ain't ashamed to say it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're by yourself. Yes, I had friends and cousins and all that that, you know what I'm saying, we all went to the same school or whatever. But majority of them, some of them was getting kicked out of school. Some of them had to go to the alternative school, which was at a whole nother school. Yeah, they rode the school bus to our school, but they had to go to a whole nother school. You know what I'm saying? And shit would go down, and most of the time I'd be by myself. So I understand why for all y'all that talking about. Then when did rules become in fighting? Because growing up, I was taught, you know what I'm saying, you outnumbered and you can't beat them. Go get something and knock the hell out of them. That's what I was taught. You know what I'm saying? And then for this young man to feel like, okay, I got to have something to protect myself. This tells me that, and I'm willing to bet, as more and more details come out about the situation, I'm willing to bet this ain't the first time he done had a run in with those guys. I'm willing to bet this ain't the first time he done had a run in with those guys. And shout out to the twins' father that kept it all the way real on the news. You know what I'm saying? The twins, you know what I'm saying? The father of the kid that's deceased. He kept it so real on the news. He said, let's stop making it about a race thing. It's a human thing. That tells me that he knows deep down inside, his children is assholes and fucking bullies. Let's be real. Let's be real and honest. Because if he didn't, he would be sitting there like most do. Try to sit there and paint their child as such a damn saint. And he kept it all the way real. Look, this is just a human thing. So that lets me know that you know that your kids is bullies and be on bullshit at school. You know that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? I applaud him for keeping it all the way real. And let's be honest and clear, we only make this a race thing because, you know what I'm saying, of the double standard bullshit. Now let's be honest and all the way clear. If the shoe was on the other foot and Carmelo was the one that died, y'all people be swearing up and down it's justified because of fucking bullying. But when the shoe was on the other foot, and mind you, so far that we know of, so far, this kid was a straight A athlete, straight A student, didn't get in trouble or anything like that. No criminal record, you know what I'm saying? That we know of so far, you know what I mean? Star athlete with a bright future ahead of him. So we can't paint that picture because that's the next picture y'all gonna paint outside of him just being a thug and a coward. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's neither here or there. Let's get back to the situation at hand. So they were at a track meet, you know what I'm saying? And I guess they had tents set up to where the team would hang out and such. And I don't know. I never heard, you know what I'm saying? Maybe certain schools and things, which I got a feeling they don't, because from what I've been hearing and some of the details that slowly but surely coming out about this situation, you know what I'm saying? Because they tried to say, oh, well, you're not allowed to be at the other team's thing, but we're several witnesses say, shoot, a little bit of all the athletes mingles together. You know what I'm saying? And he had permission from a coach, which would be considered authority that y'all keep on throwing out there. I just want to make that clear. He asked authority before he even went over there. Is it cool that I go post up over here for a minute? The coach told him no problem. Go ahead, go over there, sit down, relax. Soon as he get there, what happens? The boys tell him he can't be there and basically move. And you know what I'm saying? Again, not making it, you know what I'm saying, a racial thing or anything, but to me, it seemed like, and like I said, from a couple witnesses that's starting to come out, you know what I'm saying, and just different details that's starting to come out, that he possibly could have been the only kid, you know what I'm saying, a couple kid probably, you know what I'm saying, in the tent at that time. Because if it was really like that, Like, oh, you're not supposed to be in other kids' teams' tent and stuff like that. Why didn't anybody else say anything to him? Why did it take the two twins assholes? And yeah, I'm gonna keep calling them assholes because, like I said again, y'all gonna look at the twins' picture. Look at both of the boy that died and the brother. Look at them. You can tell. You can tell they're. You can tell the spoiled, privileged assholes. And trust me, I grew up around some of them same motherfuckers just like them and played sports with same motherfuckers just like them. So I know how that goes. Trust me. And you could tell by looking at them. And like I said again, the daddy even know that they ain't no motherfucker saint because he got on the news said stop making it a racial thing. It's a human thing. You know what I'm saying? Versus just trying to paint the other boy like a fucking saint like most of y'all motherfuckers is doing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying, you know what I'm saying? We ain't saying Carmelo no saint or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Kids is gonna be kids. And y'all can stop with y'all can stop with that old picture of him allegedly holding the Draco and all that. I got news for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk about him in the picture, y'all ain't talk about the other two white children in the picture. And let's be clear, no matter what race, kids do that shit. Period. That's just like you got some cats out here that, like I said, grew up in a good school, was a star athlete, but they still out here doing dumb shit in the streets, taking pictures with guns, money, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. That's just kids in their environment. It is what it is, no matter the fucking race. Cause y'all sure didn't say nothing when they was out with they rifles and things, hunting and shit. Y'all ain't say nothing. But y'all want to talk about that. And y'all always talking about don't make it a race thing. Well, you wanted it to stop being a race motherfucking thing, call it out all across the board and keep it real across the board or don't do the shit at all. That'd be the main fucking problem. Right there. In America culture. We always on some one-sided ass shit. They want to make it like, oh, it's just the black thing. Woo, woo, we so crazy. When y'all motherfuckers do just as much crazy shit, sometimes worse. But when y'all do it, it's all he had a mental problem. Get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, for real, for real. But moving on. You know what I'm saying? He got permission from the coach to be in the tent. He was sitting there on the tent, wasn't bothering nobody really. You know what I'm saying? Was cooling, just chilling. The boys, the one to come over there and basically try to make him move, broke his phone. That's another thing that y'all missing that fact too. They started literally trying to remove him and his shit and broke his phone, allegedly. That's why another thing I can't wait to come out. I want to see the footage. I want to see the footage. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the footage. You know what I'm saying? Because that footage is going to tell us a lot. And like I said, again, like I said, for him to feel like he needed a knife or something, that tells me that this ain't happened the first time. And y'all can't, and another thing that y'all, before we move on, that y'all got to understand, you can't tell a motherfucking person how to deal with bullying. You can't. And you don't know a person's motherfucking breaking point. Y'all keep on talking about, oh, you could have told the authorities. The authorities gave him permission to be over there to start with. And again, the authority in this goddamn school system across motherfucking America, they always sweep shit like this under the rug. Let's keep it a buck. They always sweeping this shit under the rug. And we can't say that case in point. We had one of our own in the KJ community. Y'all remember Miss Rio? And y'all remember how she was fighting with the school board and shit because her daughter was being bullied, and they kept on trying to blame and sweep under the rug and blame it on that poor baby girl, even when she had receipts and recordings of the shit. Y'all seen the shit. We was all right here. We was all right here with Miss Rio fighting with her against the school board. We done seen it. You know what I'm saying? And cases like that happens every day. And I got a feeling it happened with this too. Because for that young man to feel like, okay, I got to have something to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? It tells me this ain't that first motherfucking run in. And like I said, the daddy actions on the news told me everything that I needed to know too. It told me, like I said, he kept it all the way real and knew his kids was full of shit and privilege and are assholes. Like I said again, y'all take a minute, you know what I'm saying, go out, Google them boys' pictures and look at them. You can tell they privileged assholes. They'll probably be picking with a little bit of every motherfucking body. Probably hating because he was a star athlete on the football team and everything, good GPA and everything, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get jealous of that. And probably at a good school, you know what I'm saying? Because they do, because from the outside looking in and what I've been reading and seeing so far, it looked like it was a decent school that he was at. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But that just lets me know, you know what I'm saying, that situation had to happen more than once. And I'm willing to bet as more and more details come out about this case, I'm willing to bet it's gonna come up that this shit doesn't happen more than once. For him to feel like, you know what I'm saying, he had to take a knife to the situation. Like I said again, I tell him I done the shit myself a couple times. And I ain't ashamed of it, because like I said, and that's another thing. When did the rules come into fighting? Let's talk about that for a minute. When did can anybody in the comment section or watching this on the replay or something, can anybody tell me when did we get rules in fighting? Because again, I grew up as, you know what I'm saying, yeah, you defend yourself at all costs. You outnumber, can't beat them, go get a weapon and knock the hell out of them. God damn it. I'm just being all the way real. And I know some of us grew up that same goddamn way. I'm just being all the way real and honest with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same situation here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, he went to the tent, you know what I'm saying, was relaxing, you know what I'm saying. The boys came over there picking with him, tried to jump him, you know what I'm saying. He defended himself and he fatally, you know what I'm saying, stabbed his classmate. Yeah, y'all saying put your hands up, but you being outnumbered with you being outnumbered by some big ass motherfuckers, especially twin brothers at that. And then, like I said, this is another thing I want to know. Again, if 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 it was Karmelo that died, would y'all still be talking some of this same bullshit that y'all talking now? No, I know you wouldn't. Don't even answer that, because I know y'all wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. You be saying the same bullshit and try to justify them boys doing that shit. Which is, that's the thing that pisses me off about American culture and society. We be with the double standard bullshit, because I guarantee you, if it was Karmelo being stabbed or something, everybody would be trying to justify that shit like, oh, he's a thug, he was bullying them, and trying to paint a motherfucking picture. Like, let's be all the way real and motherfucking honest. That's why, again, I applaud them boys' daddy for keeping it real on the news. Because he know good and goddamn well his kids are spoiled, privileged, brat assholes. And again, I know, because like I said, I grew up and played football and sports and things with assholes just like them. Just like them. Facts. But anyways, moving right along. Moving right along, you know what I'm saying? He gets arrested. The kid dies later on at the hospital. And now everybody, you know what I'm saying, want to say the boy is a coward and all this other shit. Like I said again, you can't tell another motherfucker how to bully. And then y'all keep talking about, oh, go to the authorities. Again, the authority gave them permission to sit in the fucking tent. And like I said again, I've never heard of that. And I done played track, football, basketball, and all that. And I never heard, you know what I'm saying? Again, it could be some new rules, you know what I'm saying? It could be just a Texas thing, but I never heard that in my life. Oh, you can't be over here with, you know what I'm saying? You can't be over here with the other team mingling, doing all this other shit. Like, please stop it. All right, just stop it. All right, he got permission to be there. So y'all can kill all that premeditated bullshit. Like, for real, for real. And then let me ask some of y'all that be trying to justify this bullshit. What the fuck would y'all do, huh? That's what I want to know. What the fuck would y'all do? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck would y'all do, huh? Y'all sit there, get your ass whooped to a buddy pulp, and then you possibly dead, then your mama let them crying, and then they justifying these boys killing you, telling them that they were standing their ground. Damn shame. Can't damn shame. Places in America you can't stand your ground no more. It's a damn shame. It's a goddamn shame, bro. I personally can't wait to see how this is gonna play out. I can't wait. And I want everybody to keep the same energy.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up with it?
So, how is it self defense?
Because again, as I just explained, again, sir, he had permission from a coach to sit there in the first place. Plus, there were several witnesses saying he wasn't bothering nobody or anything. Them twins started shit with him, even broke his phone and everything, and tried to jump him. What was he supposed to do, sir? You got two boys, two brothers jumping you. You're not doing anything. You're at a simple school sporting event. You got permission from an authority to be somewhere. And they just plain up tell you to move and do all this other shit. And
No, he
then,
didn't have permission to be there.
yes, he did. The coach
He
literally
he
gave
was
him
in
fucking
the
permission
no,
to be
no.
there.
You don't have your facts straight. Let me tell you. Let me educate you. Carmelo Anthony was in the wrong tent. He was in the opposing. So yes, he was allowed to be there at the track meet, but he was in the tent of
He
the
got
NFL.
permission from a goddamn coach.
Okay, you're part. Like I used to be a wrestler in high school. There's no reason that I should be in another team's locker room for any reason. That's completely ridiculous.
But if you ask a goddamn authority, hey, is it all right for me to, what I'm saying, be here, and they tell you yes, then that's obviously getting fucking permission.
And obviously, you're delusional because you're not even taking into consideration that
Okay,
uh,
okay, okay, okay. Let me ask you
he
this.
had a knife.
No. Cool. Let me ask you this, right?
Yeah. He had a knife. So everything you're saying, even if he had permission to be there, he still, why did he have a knife?
Okay. So let me ask you this, right? If they do the plane up, they would the plane up, jumped him, and he ended up dying. Would it be the same fucking thing? Yes or no?
Let's go
If they,
over the facts again since you don't like to.
I've been
Okay,
going
he
over
had
the
a
fact.
knife. He was in the opposing team's tent. Okay. Austin Metcalf told him to get out of the tent, of his team's tent, and that's when Carmelo
Well,
Anthony
I'm gonna tell
proceeds
you
to
this:
stab Austin
several
Metcalf in the
witnesses,
heart. He
several
stabbed him
several
in the
witnesses that
heart.
was there saying a whole different goddamn
That's
story. But
not
okay,
self
go ahead.
defense.
Okay,
Self defense is making slashing motions, and Austin Metcalf would have had defensive wounds. This was a premeditated, planned murder. He's a cold blooded psychopathic murderer that should be locked up for the rest of his life. And I think he should be executed, but they're probably going to keep him up on the fucking death
okay,
row for fucking
okay,
30
okay,
years.
okay, okay.
So I don't
Okay.
know how, like, you're coming to a different conclusion, and I know how
Because
because
that
you're
what
not.
fucking witnesses said it. What
You
the fuck
need,
are you
yeah,
talking
no, no, no. You
about?
need your facts right, son. Where are you getting your facts from?
Fucking witnesses that was there, dumbass.
Oh, fuck no. I mean, where are you getting you facts from? Where did you research it? What's the goddamn source?
Several fucking witnesses that came out and said that they was
Oh,
fucking there.
fuck no. I said the source, my nigga. I didn't say several witnesses. I said, what is the goddamn website?
Now you're out of here. One thing you're not gonna do, you're not gonna come up here, you know what I'm saying? I'll respectfully have a damn dialogue with you, but all that, you know what I'm saying, nigger shit and all this other shit, you ain't about to come over here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now you can watch from the goddamn bushes. How about that, bitch ass nigga? How about that? How about motherfucking that? And then, okay, you want to talk all this bullshit, okay? If he ain't have permission from the coach to fucking be there, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck is there several witnesses coming out saying the shit then? Make it make sense for me. Make it make sense for me. And like I said, I guarantee you, asshole. Like I said, if the shoe was on the other motherfucking foot and they beat that kid to a goddamn pulp, then your ass would have been saying it's fucking justified. The fuck out of here. And like I said, I tried to be respectful as possible with this shit and have a respectable dialogue, but all that calling me niggas and all this other shit, I ain't having that. Period, point blank. So now you can watch from the goddamn bushes. All I give a fuck. Now, you delusional, racist asshole. Moving right the fuck along. Talking about some premeditated. Get the fuck out of here. If it was motherfucking premeditated, it seemed like to me the motherfucker would have just stabbed the boy out the motherfucking gate. Somebody coming in there intentionally to start some shit. They just gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna wait till the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna wait till a motherfucker just make their motherfucking move. They came to do some shit. Now, asshole, the fuck? Talking about slashing motions. Motherfucker, when he defended himself and the knife is going to get motion, ain't that motherfucking slashing motion, you dumb bitch? Like, make the shit make sense for me, because it don't. You just like the rest of the delusional ass people. But again. Moving right along, I'm not even about to, you know what I'm saying, let that upset me. You know what I'm saying? And again, I tried to be nice and have a respectable dialogue, you know what I'm saying, on here. Because again, everybody's welcome. But all that nigger and all that nigga and all that other shit, we gonna be respectful about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see, I never once, you know what I'm saying, came out, called him a nigger or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Putting all that shit backstage and all this other shit, like, nah, we not having that. We're gonna come over here and do this shit. We're gonna be motherfucking respectful about this shit. Period, point blank. And y'all know me, normally I'd have went rounds and rounds, but I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a different person nowadays on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a different, you know what I'm saying, a different person. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best. You know what I'm saying? But again, moving right the fuck along. Again, as I was rudely interrupted, my bad, y'all. Again, he had permission to fucking be there. And now all of a sudden, it's an opposing team's tent. Now, you know what I'm saying? When the story first happened, it was a school tent. You know what I'm saying? And it was a track meet. Now it's the opposing team's track tent. And then okay, if it was the opposing team, like I said, why the fuck would a coach give him permission to go to an opposing team's fucking tent? That don't make any sense. Like honestly, do that make any sense to y'all? A coach gonna give him permission to go to an opposing team's motherfucking tent. It don't make any sense. It just don't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't listening to no Matt Wash, Matt nothing. How about that? You know what I'm saying? He probably the same delusional asshole just like you. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Goodbye. He probably making up motherfucking assumptions and shit. In his opinion, just like yo asshole if an ass just came up here and motherfucking gave. You delusional bastard. Now I'm being disrespectful. Now you have a good day, sir. Moving right along. Y'all let me know, you know what I'm saying, in the comments, you know what I'm saying, what's y'all opinion and feelings on this said situation. And as this case is developing, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, asshole, when this case develops and more details come out, I want your delusional racist ass to keep that same fucking energy that you just had up here. And this motherfucker gonna stay up. You know what I'm saying? I want you to keep that same fucking energy, okay? When the developing details come out. But like I said, y'all give me y'all opinion, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go live again about this, you know what I'm saying, as more details and things come out. This is your boy King Todd. Much love, and I'm out. Peace.